Hear me okay. Anyway, I wanted to come on because I wanted to say just a brief message about unconditional love. I thought it would be appropriate being Valentine's Day. And I know that for targeted parents, especially those that don't get to see their children and haven't seen their children for a long time, it's really tough to think about love. Days like today usually are actually the toughest time. So I do understand that. So I want to be here for you. I want to be your Valentine's. So uh, so today I posted a post on our Facebook page, on Victim to Hero Facebook page to share with you my experience as an adult child of parental alienation, where I talk about how as an adult I still the abuse, the childhood abuse doesn't, I'm not free. I'm not free from that abuse. That trauma continue as this heavy chain that is just holding onto my ankle, and it prevents me from truly live my life and my full potential. Hi, Amy. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Valentine's Day. So the reason I share that is because this morning when I woke up, I think about it being Valentine's Day and how it feels for you as targeted parents. And I realized that it's probably a lot more painful today than other days. And I want you to understand the perspective of what your children are going through, because um, a very big part of what your children, and a lot of parents would reach out to me and say things like, my children are adults now. Why aren't they talking to me? Why aren't they, they should know by now. They should know better. Well, the thing is, that trauma from their childhood doesn't go away. Even though we as adult children are parental alienation, we hope that adulthood is going to be our escape. That's going to be our freedom. And even some of us are still in under the claw of the alienators, unfortunately. But even if we are free from the alienators, that trauma doesn't go away because it has distorted our whole childhood. The brainwashing, the programming, it destroys so many things about our self-esteem, about our self-identity, about our memory. False memory. You especially those of you that experience false allegations. You know this. Your children have false memory, and so and trust issues and all of this. So when it comes to adulthood, it doesn't go away. So we still carry this with us. So it's very difficult for us to trust again and to build intimacy. And so that's the same for you, the relationship between your child and you, is that your child, it's very difficult for your child, even when they are adults, to be able to build trust and intimacy with you. To rebuild that relationship is not easy. And so I want you to, the reason I share is I want you to understand and empathize with your children, because I'm okay. But I have to say that and you know this, that I'm one of the luckier cases, right? But a lot of the children are not as lucky. They are still struggling and they're still suffering, and a lot of them don't even know that they are suffering. Thank you so much, Claudia. Happy Valentine's Day. And thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. So so it's so important for you to understand that and understand the perspective that your child is going through, so that you have that empathy for your child. And I wanted to remind you what unconditional love is, because really what unconditional love means that no matter what your child does, you love your child without any expectation of anything in return. That means it doesn't matter how your child responds to you, even if they don't respond to you today, even if they don't reach out, or even if they respond with something that really cold and rude and sometimes could be nasty. Remind yourself that your love for your children are unconditional. That means that nothing can change that. And you as the only one that holding to that, you had the power to that. Now, on the other hand, the alienators' love for the children is conditional. Because your child, if your child doesn't behave, doesn't follow, doesn't obey what the alienator expect of your child, then your child would be punished. And sometimes it could be physical punishment, but sometimes it's psychological punishment. And that could be a lot more severe than physical abuse. So really, your child learn to behave a certain way from the alienators conditioning and programming. And so you, on the other hand, have to hold on to that unconditional love and have to keep holding it up. And I know it's tough, but Valentine's Day is really even more important for you to remember that your love for your children is unconditional. And I hope that you find it in your heart, no matter how painful it is, to remind yourself of that love. Thank you so much, Nidhi. Thank you. And have a happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, I know it's really tough for you guys, but I am here. I'm your Valentine's, and I'm wishing you a very, very happy Valentine's Day. Remind yourself that love, because really, just think about it. A lot of people don't even have that opportunity to feel that love, and you have that for your children. And I hope that despite everything that is happening to you, that has happened to you, despite how unfair and how challenging, how painful it has been, that you don't let that affect that heart that you have. Really be so proud of who you are, of the love you have for your children, and I wish you a wonderful day. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. I think tomorrow we have the book club, so I hope to talk to a lot of you guys tomorrow, and then we're gonna have a lot more events as well. So I'm looking forward to see you guys, and yeah, take care. I just want to make sure, and feel free to leave comments and questions, and I will try to come on as more frequent as frequent as I can. I know that I also get a lot of messages, Facebook message and emails and everything, and I know I'm very slow going through them, but I do read, I do try to read, and I do try to respond as much as I can. Sometimes I can't. And sometimes parents will ask specific question about their cases. I really can't give individual advice for individual cases. The reason is because um, every case is very complex. I mean, I have worked with individual cases before, and it takes a lot of time and effort because you can't miss details. This sort of cases is really about details. And I don't have enough time to go through your specific cases, all the details, to give proper advice. And I don't want to give something that is wrong for your situation. So that's why I focus more on the general education, the general awareness. So anyway, and don't forget, on the 26th, we have the screening of our documentary film in LA, in Los Angeles. So if you can be in LA, please come. If you know any of your friends, any of your family, please encourage them to come, because we want to bring awareness. So the more people we can have at the theater on that day to watch this film, the better. Let the rest of the world know about the film. Please help us spread the word. We have an event, so if you see the event on our Facebook page for the screening, that's the information for the screening. Essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to just try to meet everyone outside of the theater on that day and buy the ticket together so that we can all sit together, hopefully. But really, the more people can come, the better. So please help us spread the word for the screening. I see you guys tomorrow for the book club meeting. Thank you so much.